Get
There he is.
There you go.
out of my seat. Okay, I thought we were going to have to do that the whole time.
The boy!
The boys!
Before we got on, I said, thanks for the seat, guy.
What's the boys been up to, huh?
We're traveling. We were just in Nebraska. It was a great trip. Yeah, I mean, you know Nebraska, bro. By the way, your eyes look amazing.
Thanks, dude. The reason why I was so late is because I was setting up some lighting to my beautiful view to make sure that you could say that compliment to me. So thank you.
Hey, it's a nice little room you got there. You got you something nice?
Right there, those sheets have been through hell.
You got a sunburn on your face? What's that?
No, dude, that's white people's skin, brother. That's how it works. We get pink, then we get tan, Delaney. You don't know about that.
You damn right.
How is it out there? How is it out there in the jungle?
Dude, it's I'm starting to get to the point where I'm ready. I'm ready to come home.
Yeah.
The first couple of weeks, it was like super exciting and new things were happening left and right. And now I've like kind of gotten to the point where I'm getting better at what I'm doing. So it's not as like stressful anymore. And therefore I'm just getting poquito bored. A poquito.
How's your
I'm
Spanish?
ready to see my family.
How's your Spanish coming?
I see. You know, I go, dude, I tell you what, I was actually just down at the breakfast spot here and I get the same thing every day. Arroz y pollo. For those of you who don't speak Spanish, that's chicken and rice. And the problem with the people in Mexico City is when you say one nice little snippet of Spanish, they all of a sudden think, oh, this boy's got it. And they start ripping and just start rolling their R's everywhere. So I've been having a hell of a time down here just trying to get anything done.
So, or do you have to speak Spanish the whole time, or you can speak English most of the time? I mean,
dude, Delaney, I'm in the weirdest cultural situation in my entire life. Like half of the people, literally, there's one other American out of 400 people at this entire thing, and then like the other 199 are Mexican, and the other 200 are British. So literally, I'm just getting peppered with like British lingo, and I'm getting peppered with Mexican, Spanish lingo. So it's a different world, man. It's a completely different world.
Do you find your accent changing up every now and then around the Brits?
Yeah, of course. You know, Jerry Ainsworth, he comes out a little bit. How we doing, love? You all right? Yeah? Oh, what we doing today? We'll go on all right, let's do that, and then we'll do this. Yeah? Okay. And actually, there's been a couple of British guys been like, hey, mate, your accent's pretty good, actually. You should work on that. It's nice.
Hey, it does sound like it.
You've been practicing.
Well. Bro, I have been practicing. There's this dude named Josh. And if I could just explain Josh to everybody, if they just close their eyes real quick. If you took somebody, put about 50 to 60 pounds on Johnny Depp, and then put them in a room and made them watch only Pirates of the Caribbean movies for like 3 years, this is this guy, man. He's got that suave, charismatic. He also sounds like the dude from Flight of the Conchords. And he's the dude that's kind of like running the floor of everything we're doing. Mm-hmm. And this dude, he's the fucking man. But he's like a Jason Momoa, Johnny Depp mix with he lives in Argentina, but he was born in Britain. He's got this very unique cocktail of a voice. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Are you able to tease anything that is happening? Because I know, hey, listen, we'd be dumb if we didn't see some of the heat that the boys been taking about all the spring tour and everything else, and it just sucks that we're not able to. I'm just like, hey, I'm telling you, like it's dope. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah. You know what the problem is with catching all this heat is when I start catching the heat, I'm like, the thing I'm doing is not as cool. Is when it comes out.
We might be hyping it too much now. I'm like, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I'm like, it's big.
But the thing is,
Equalizer
people
4.
being like, I've seen people being like, yo, this dude's doing a movie. He's doing this, he's doing that. I'm like, damn, it's not that cool. I wish it was like some dope, like if it was that, I'd be like, hey, you guys will find out. Don't worry. But it's not as cool as a movie. I can tease that. It's not scripted, I'll say that. It is, it is cool though. I think like this thing that I'm doing, it sucks so bad not being able to just say what I'm doing because like, you know how NDAs work, you know how this world works.
Yep.
But like it is, it's just a unique thing that I've never done before, and it's been a lot of fun.
Any idea the time, like whether it's this year, at any point this year, we might be able to start talking about, or is we got to keep our mouths shut until
this is like a Q2 of 25.
Damn.
Jesus.
So we'll get to do the spring tour next year and get to play in the jokes that you'll actually be on the spring tour. We still won't even know what happened at this point.
I know, but I do thank you for the opportunity to once again apologize to the fans. Dude, what a shitty job I did about being transparent with the fans. All of a sudden, Ninja smoked everybody and dipped out of here. What a terrible look.
We handled it very poorly. Listen, here's what we did do. We took for granted how loyal our audience is and treating them like a partner in this whole thing, thinking like, okay, this will just be easy. We've done episodes without it before. We've had to switch stuff up before. Like, surely we won't have the backlash that we did face.
Yeah, and I think you and I just like reflected back on like when I was playing football. I was like, oh, Taylor didn't really do the podcast for like 6 months at a time. No one's going to care about this, blah, 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 blah. And you're right. I keep saying it's truly me. Like this is where, ladies and gentlemen, you're getting a perfect dose of why Will Compton made it 15 years in the NFL. Locker room guy, just always falling on the sword. Oh, Rashad Evans, he missed a tackle. We missed a tackle. That's what he's talking about right here. I fucked up. I should have done a better job of telling the people, listen, I'm going to do this thing that I can't really talk about. I'm not going to be on the spring tour for the first couple of stops, but I will be at University of Alabama. I can announce that.
Yes,
sir. Delaney, you're still going to come though, right?
I think it'd be fun. Hey, Taylor, one thing that we found to be successful was Coach Rule. He joined us. And I posted a couple photos. I don't know how much you've gotten to see from Nebraska, but they had the chairs set up and we kind of sat down and ran like a little podcast and had conversations. It was really cool with Coach Rule. Like he's telling stories and you could just tell I liked it a lot. So to the point of Delaney coming, I just feel like we could have some good conversations with the boy or whoever might be joining us.
I mean, it's whatever y'all want. I just don't, I know it works better. I mean, when y'all interview the coaches and stuff, y'all do the live show, I can always come on stage with the live show. But I feel like when y'all do the interviews, it kind of works better with just y'all two. Especially like
the live show, you could come for the fun.
No, that's what I'm saying. For the live show.
You come for the fun.
Yeah. Because I feel like the interviews, I mean, I'll come and do all of that stuff with y'all, but I think when y'all do the sit down, the two with the interviews, it kind of works with the two, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we could go Taylor and I for the interviews, and Jack, we could find the role for Delaney. He could be the question guy for like the social media stuff. Hit him with like the fun questions with the athletes.
Yeah, I mean,
do something like that.
Yeah, whatever.
Either way, I think it'd be a good trio.
What Delaney's saying right now does make sense because it can get even hairy with just me and you, Will, sometimes. Like, two people, two chefs trying to make a pot together is very difficult, let alone three.
Delaney would fail a couple times.
But Delaney, to be totally honest with you, I don't care if you do anything. I just want you to go to Alabama because I want a classic Lewan Walker night.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to get toasty with the boys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out there, be in Tuscaloosa, talk a little trash to the frat boys about how they couldn't beat the University of Michigan. They get mad. I pull back and then start giving them compliments. So we start doing this little wave thing with each other. Then all of a sudden we're throwing up in a parking lot. That's what I want, boys.
I feel that. I'm with all of that. That's why I say I'll definitely come for sure because I want to see how they turn up in Alabama.
We'd be in the interviews, Taylor, and you know how sometimes like I'll like ask something, then when my brain will just start to slow down, and I would sit in the middle, and then I would just look from the coach or the player, and then I would just turn to Delaney, being like, "Well, Delaney,
what you got? What you got?" I'm like, "Okay, here we go."
Yeah, hey Delaney, that's the thing with Will, man. Sometimes you get to catch flow state with Will where you're the next question up.
Yeah.
But sometimes when Will's sitting in the middle, you just always got to be thinking in your head, what's the nenext question? Because as soon as that head starts to do this, you're like, all right, here we go. This is what we got.
Yes.
Will and I we've established quite the situation where I'm starting to know Will and Will's starting to know me. We're both like, hey, our brains aren't working anymore. We got to figure this shit out.
Well, that's how I'll be on point when I see him about to turn. I jump on. But when I didn't have nothing, he'd be like, what you got?
I'd sit there. You know how Taylor, I'll say like a second goes off in my head. But one time there wouldn't even be nothing after the second one off. I'd just be like, Delaney, you got anything else?
No, because you'll be like, what you got? I'm like, yeah, so I know you did. You know what I mean? But it worked out. On the live show, though, he'd be like, I ain't got nothing to entertain him. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, hey, he'll just do that. And there's like 300 people looking at it, and you're like,
Yeah.
You guys want to hear the story about my mom?
Yeah.
The picture? They're just like, I don't know what to fucking say right now.
Taylor, off that, the lady, when she was handing me the mic, she's like, hey, no licking the mic this time. And I was like, I licked the mic last time. She's like, remember that story that Taylor told? I was like, oh, yeah, it was.
She's like, you licked it. No, he was like, I didn't lick it. She said, I took the photos last year. I have proof. I was like, oh, shit, you licked it.
Yeah, that photo did get out there, man. That photo did get out there.
In the spirit of Bussin' With The Boys, do you have any shout out, no free shout outs? You have any segment
I got a shout out, no free shout out. Let me think real quick. For whatever reason, I came on my show and just forgot about the things we do. Dude, shout out, no free shout out, Mexican street dogs.
They're fire.
These fucking dogs, man. I literally, where we're doing this thing that I can't talk about, it's literally an hour and a half outside of Mexico City in the mountains. Like, we know about the sticks of Nashville, Tennessee, and the sticks of the South where it gets a little toothy. This is a whole different world, brother. It's crazy out here. But on every street corner, there's like 3 or 4 dogs just kind of like essentially panhandling, asking for scraps. And I was talking to some Mexican dude with some broken English, and we eventually got to the point where he told me that these street dogs have now understood that they have to be good boys to get food. If you're not a good boy, you die. So literally every single street dog that I've met have been the nicest, like almost like out of the box, well-trained dogs I've ever met in my entire life.
Like you think to yourself, like, oh, did I live with you at some point in time and train you to be this good?
Dude, there's a dog named Peso. I named him Peso. And he is like this brown, probably, we'll call him 35 pounds, short-haired guy. He got some ouchy hips. And the first day I meet him, I feed him a little food. And then he's like, we've established a little bit of a bond where when I get to set, he knows. He has like a sixth sense. He'll be outside my trailer. And then all of a sudden I'll open my doors up and he can't get up the stairs. So I'll pick him up and put him in my trailer. And I have like chicken breast for him. We hang out. This dude can sit. He can stay. He can say, all right, Peso aquí. And he comes over, no problem. Like, he is, dude, he's the sweetest boy in the world. He's such a sweet boy.
You're not worried about ticks and shit and fleas? Street dogs, boy.
Man, you know me, Delay. I'm a dirty boy.
Hey, all right.
I'm good with that. I do. I tell you what, every time I put my hands on that dog, I don't touch my face or nothing until I get some Clorox, because I did on accident one time and I looked at my fingers, and you know when you get like that grummy under the nails?
Yeah.
It was like immediately, the minute I touched the dog, my whole hand was just disgusting.
Yeah.
So it scared me a little bit. And people getting sick out here left, right, and center. Like people are getting like altitude poisoning, food poisoning. It's like we're out here fighting a good fight.
Are you ever unsafe? Are you ever in any unsafe situations?
I think I'm 60% safe every day at all times.
60%.
Like the place I'm staying in, it's like in a bad area. Like my driver, Miguel, who's an absolute beautician, speaks amazing English. He's like, yeah, I don't know why they put you guys in here. Like this place is not safe. So I do not leave the hotel. I come to my room, I go to sleep, I beat, and then I go catch a workout in the morning, and then I go all day and do whatever I'm doing in the mountains.
Yeah.
They don't have armed security at the hotel?
No, they got armed security, bro. The things we're doing, if we go past 10 p.m., we have an armed caravan drive us back to the hotel hour and a half.
Oh
my God.
We were driving. So we like literally like the way we travel is like asphalt to gravel that's like been drove on 3 times. Like there's like these huge divots and like the car might break down at any moment type stuff. And then you start to get into the city, and there's always like, there's one turn with this gas station, and one day there was like 40 cop cars. And I'm like, yo, what's going on over there? To Miguel, my boy. And he's like, oh, probably a shooting. Those happen a lot around here. The cartel is really big in this area. I'm just thinking, hey, what am I fucking doing here?
I know.
It's wild,
I feel like Taylor would be a target. He's like 6'7". Look at this American guy.
Got a Rolex.
He's got tats. Yeah, if he's got his chains and stuff on, like he could easily be.
Come on, man.
But you didn't bring the Rollie.
Oh, you know he's got the Rollie somewhere.
You crazy. You brought the Rollie.
I wear that watch every single day.
I was
shocked.
So
he's a walking target.
yeah.
Walking target.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You definitely.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you crazy. Yeah, I ain't
Ooh,
doing.
hey, it was a little heavy when I picked it up too. Don't want to brag. Don't want to brag.